Hello, welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, and brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your teacher resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. I want to remind you guys to get your thought record sheets. Now it's just simple, it's free, by just emailing us or by to our DMs with your email address. I want to remind you that Giovanna, who's a good friend of ours, is a counselor, and she says that learning to create a thought record is, quote, an extremely valuable tool to learn, end quote. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to answer your child's questions about the coronavirus in 7 easy steps. All right, guys? So let's begin. Number 7, dealing with your own anxiety before you talk with your child, right? If you're sitting in the corner biting your nails, or if you're agitated, your kids will pick up on that. So dealing with your own anxiety, learning to deal with what aching you about the coronavirus is the best thing to do before you talk to your child. Number 6, take clues from your child. Ask your child to tell you anything they have heard about the virus. Kids are very smart. Kids know more than parents think, so don't forget to take clues from your child. Number 5, don't be afraid to talk about it, and it being the coronavirus. If you think your child has not heard about it, think again. So talk to your child. Kids worry more when they're kept in the dark. Keep talking and telling kids that you will continue to keep them updated as you learn more about the virus. And keep that open door policy with your child. Number 4, talk to your child about important things. I think a number one reason why kids panic or have anxiety during situations like the coronavirus is because we don't talk about things with our child. We shouldn't wait for a breakout to talk to our kids about keeping their hands clean and germs and all that. Just like you wouldn't want to talk to your child about a child being abducted by a stranger after the dangers of the situation. I think if we talk about these dangerous situations before they happen, it keeps them from happening to your child. So don't be afraid to talk to your child about the dangers of life. Number 3, self-regulate. Make sure you police yourself so that others don't have to. You do this by keeping 6 feet away from others, washing your hands frequently, and don't go out unless you really have to. Number 2, very important, when a child comes to you about their concerns about the virus, the best thing to do, or concerns about anything, strangers, anything, validate their emotions. Tell them everything's going to be okay, and don't dismiss their feelings. Don't say, oh, you're going to be fine. Talk to them and validate that their emotions. Show them that their emotions, that they have the right to feel this way, and validate it. And before we go to number 1, I want to remind you guys that Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago, is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, and also brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your teacher resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. And don't forget to get your Buzz Off Bully t-shirt at stickitprinting.com.au. Okay, so number 1 in the list of how to answer your child's questions about the coronavirus in 7 easy steps. Normalize their emotions. Very important. Tell them of a time that you felt uneasy. Tell them that you feel this way as well. Let them know that at times you feel nervous and this is a normal thing, but that the important thing is not to panic, not to go into panic mode. It is okay to be concerned with your environment and the things that are going on around you, like strangers, viruses, and germs, but it's not okay to panic. It's never okay to panic. So by normalizing their feelings and letting them know other people feel like this, I think that's the number one problem with bullying, is that kids think that it only happens to them, or even adults who are bullied in the workplace, because you think bullying is done by the time you get out of school. There's no more bullying. So when you're bullied as an adult in the workplace, I think that's the number one problem that victims have to face. They think that they're the only ones that are dealing with this, when there are hundreds of people dealing with this, maybe even thousands of people. And by normalizing their emotions, by letting them know other people feel this way, it brings them down from that situation. So that's it, folks. So let's read through them real quickly like we normally do. So number 7 is deal with your own anxiety. Number 6 is take clues from your child. Number 5 is don't be afraid to talk about it, whatever it may be, strangers or the coronavirus. Number 4, talk to your child about important things, whatever it may be, strangers or the coronavirus. Number 3, self-regulate. Number 2, validate their emotions. And number 1, normalize their emotions. So that's going to do it for us today. I want to remind you guys to continue to wash your hands 20 seconds up to your elbow or to your wrist. Don't forget to get your fingernails. And remember that anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another and have a great day.